Happy Friday, Raw Food Rehab. I decided that we should do something different today. So many people write to me and they're asking about, what do you make for your family? What's an easy dish that I can make that doesn't require a dehydrator, a food processor, Vitamix? So today I thought I would make for you my very favorite, quick, easy, and super delicious recipe. It is in Raw Food Cleanse, and it's also a recipe that I'm going to go ahead and share with you here on rawfoodrehab.com because I think it's excellent, and even my carnivorous husband loves this dish. It's marinated portobello mushrooms with a wilted spinach salad and marinated asparagus, and it's all raw and it's all absolutely delicious. Come on, let me show you how to do it. One of the things that I really like to do is I like to get all of my ingredients all spread out on my countertop before I start to put it all together. So I have everything here, as you can see, all spread out on my countertop. I have my cutting board, my knife, my little dishes that I'm going to be putting things into. The first thing that we're going to make is this marinated asparagus salad, and it's excellent. You're going to want to have one bunch of fresh asparagus. It calls for 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, which I don't have red wine vinegar, so you can either use rice vinegar or apple cider vinegar. Obviously, apple cider vinegar is probably going to be your best, healthiest choice. Then you're going to want to have fresh lemon juice, which we're going to squeeze that. Olive oil, and I always use cold pressed extra virgin olive oil when I'm making a recipe. Sea salt. This isn't the sea salt that I normally have, but that's what I have right now. Freshly cracked black pepper. It calls for chopped fresh parsley or chives for garnish, and a lemon zest, which I have my lemon zester right here. So I'm going to begin to make that marinade. Okay, one of the ingredients for this marinated asparagus that I didn't mention is stone ground mustard, and there's 2 tablespoons of that. And so what I do is I just whisk this marinade together. Very simple. Just dump everything in a bowl, use a wire whisk, and then what I will do is I'll take my asparagus and I will put my asparagus into a Ziploc bag and then pour the marinade right over the top of it, slosh it around a little bit, put it into the refrigerator for later. Super easy and quick, right? So I cut off the tough ends of the asparagus. I did a little lemon zest to finish it off, and here it is. I've got my marinating asparagus ready to go into the refrigerator. I mean, before I became a raw foodist, I didn't even know that you could eat raw asparagus. Never even heard of such a thing. And so now, I keep this in my refrigerator all the time, but this is going to act as a really great side accompaniment to our dinner tonight. So our main course is going to be a marinated portobello steak over a wilted spinach salad. Now, before I went raw, I had no idea about mushrooms other than the fact that I really didn't think I liked them, and they were kind of in the fungus category. But I've recently, over the last few years, become infatuated with the big, fat portobello mushroom. And so for this particular recipe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out this centerpiece and I'm going to defeather it. I'm going to actually use this spoon and I'm going to scrape out the inside and dispose of the feathers. So, some people think they're poisonous. I don't really know. I'd love to hear what you think about it. But anyway, I do remove that. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. Okay, I have defeathered and sliced the portobello mushrooms, and they are currently soaking in a fabulous marinade of olive oil, nama shoyu, which a lot of people don't know what nama shoyu is, but it's a fermented soy sauce, basically. It is considered by many people a raw food ingredient. I don't think it's technically raw. If you are allergic to wheat or gluten, you probably might want to use this. It's organic tamari, it's wheat-free, and it's low sodium, and it's going to give you the same taste. But again, this would be one of those iffy things. It's not technically raw, but it sure does add to this dish. And there's also Bragg's apple cider vinegar, 2 cloves of garlic crushed. You can put 1 tablespoon of whatever garden herb you have on hand. I happen to have rosemary, so that's what's in there. And then 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Oh, I'm telling you, you only really have to marinate this for like 15 minutes, but if you can marinate it for an hour to 2 hours, it's succulent. I have to tell you, and I probably have already told you, that this is one of my most favorite dinners. And so this salad dressing is the bomb, okay? Here it is. Now, what's inside of this dressing is super simple. It's olive oil, fresh lime juice. You could substitute lemon for sure. It has lime zest. Lemon zest would work. Fresh pressed and chopped garlic, a little bit sea salt, freshly ground pepper, and the secret ingredient is, I'm putting my book down, the secret ingredient is freshly grated nutmeg into this dressing. Unbelievable, I'm telling you, it is just so delicious. And once you whisk it, it becomes emulsified. And then I worked this into this bed of spinach, you know, just with my hands. I just worked it in and massaged the spinach. So this becomes like, almost like it's cooked. It becomes your wilted spinach salad. Now, I'm getting ready to plate all this up so that you can see what a fabulous dinner awaits. Well, I have to tell you, I am very well pleased, full of energy, not tired, and this dinner came together really within 15 minutes. Let me show you. Okay. There is marinated portobello mushrooms, which basically only marinated for about 15 minutes. They are served on a bed of wilted greens, which I chose spinach. You could use any kind of green, actually. Spinach is the quickest because it reduces the quickest. And then there is a lovely little bit of marinated raw asparagus, and what you see on top is freshly cracked pepper, a little bit of freshly grated nutmeg, and fresh lemon zest. Just a little bit of a dusting. And I can promise you, this may very well be one of the most delicious dinners that you and your family ever eat, cooked, raw, or not. I'd love for you to try it. Tell me what you think. And I'll see you tomorrow.